Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a kind of a pale dead girl look, and what inspired me to do this was, for one, today is October 1st, it's coming up to Halloween. I've never ventured into SFX makeup or anything like that, so I am saving up to get kind of a kit started, so we'll see how that works out, but I got inspired by these two palettes. There's more than these two palettes I found at Walgreens, but I got these in particular for the color tones they had. What the color of tones they had. So the first one is, they're both by Wet n Wild, and this is the Neutrals palette, but these are cream colors. And that's the Neutrals, and then I got a Pastels palette. Pastel. So, and then they had another like darker colored tones, which if I can scrounge up the makeup, if I can scrounge up the money, then I will purchase those too. But these weren't on the makeup aisle at all. They were on the candy aisle in a special like little area, like not an end cap but a middle cap, whatever that means. So anyways, but I am going to start this makeup off look with some of this NYX SFX let me talk here, this NYX SFX cream color in white, and this was like $6. I got it off Amazon, and I'm going to just put this all over my face. I don't have any eyebrows on. I am not going to do like Instagram brows like I usually do. I'm just going to do some rough round eyebrows as soon as I get all the other makeup put on. So I'm going to do a thin layer of this. There's a hair in it. There's a cat hair, let me be specific. Anyways, I'm going to do a fine layer, a thin layer of this, and kind of put in between some of this Wet n Wild foundation as well. So I'm going to mix the two so it's kind of grayish looking, but not completely white like a clown. So let me go ahead and zoom you in. Zoom in. We're zoomed in. Alright, so I'm taking a thin layer of this, and I'm just putting it directly on my sponge because it is extremely thick and my sponge is wet. Damper than usual. Okay, I need a mirror. I'm expecting to use my viewfinder as my mirror. Hold on, let me get it together. My cats broke my normal mirror, so now I am in the market for a mirror. So right now I'm just using this little mirror. Okay, so the white's done. I did my ears a little bit and some down my neck, depending on your costume or whatever you're doing. You can do your ears too if you want. And I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild, the Neutrals palette, and I'm going to go in with the gray right here. And I'm basically going to be contouring my face. So that means the hollows of my cheeks, right here on my neck, my temples, a little bit under the eyes and things like that. And I have two brushes I'm using. I just have this one I got off Amazon for $2, and then this is an AOA studio brush that's kind of got a cut slant so I can get in there and do the underneath of my eyes. And I'll be doing my bags of my eyes too. So I'm going to just start off with the gray and then we'll go from there. Alrighty. Okay, so some of this is wiping off the white, as well as whenever I'm rubbing it in. So if you have to re-go over the white, then so be it. But to me, it's not a big deal. I am rubbing pretty hard to blend, and you know, it's not just a regular foundation, so it's actually just cream paint. So you just got to be wary of that. If that's a big deal to you, then maybe blend with a sponge, but it's not a big deal to me. So continue on. Okay, so I pretty much have the gray part done, and now I'm going to go in with that pastel color and that green color from the Naturals and kind of do some darkening in under like my under eyes and the corners of my mouth and things like that. So it's going to be where I'm at. This yellow right here and then this hunter green right here. So I'm going to mix those two And I use a different brush for each of the steps because I really want to be particular. Even though you can be messy as hell as you want with this look, I really want to be particular with my green and yellow color, or my colors in general. So I just have a new brush that I got for like $1. You know, and I don't plan on spending a ton of money on these looks, so you know, Halloween is usually kind of thrown together anyways with a bunch of God knows what, creativity, get it together. Yeah, so. Okay, now this is the part where I'm going to add in red and the blues and things like that to make myself look more bruised up. And then I will add in some veins and just some mascara to my eyebrows because I don't want my eyebrows to look too particular. And then I am done. So this is basically the start of like any dead makeup, I think. So yeah, I'm going to start in with that burgundy color. And this may come off pink, so you can add more gray to it. And I add this around my eyes so they kind of look irritated. And of course, feel free to go back in with any other colors to kind of layer in. I'm going to try some of this pastel blue and put it underneath my eyes. Maybe mix in a little bit of that purple to kind of get that bruising effect going. These Wet n Wild palettes, I think they were like $8 or $9 each, but they're pretty good, man. Okay, I'm going to go in with a little bit of brown, the lighter brown, and just kind of do up the shadows a little bit more. So I think that's a good base for now. Now I'm going to go in and add some veins, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the blue and purple and go very lightly, and then probably blot them over with my beauty sponge. And for veins, I just go in wherever. Maybe I can see the veins that I have already. Like here's one right here. Let me get you zoomed in so you can see what this looks like. So now I'm going to do the neck a little bit. I'm going to redden up the eyes a little bit more, and make them look a little bit more irritated. Okay, now for the lips, I'm just going to add some gray and brown, the darker brown, to my finger and just tap it over like the middle part. Now you can just take some translucent powder on a big fluffy brush and dab over it so it stays. Well, that's it. If you all have any questions, put them down in the comments below, or feel free to hit me up on Instagram. This was fun to do. It's relatively simple. It's just about light and shadows basically, and then adding a little bit of bruising and things like that. If I had like a darker purple, I would probably add that in there too, but I do not. I will go back and get those other palettes if there is more than 3. I remember seeing a third one, so, and I remember it having like a silver and a dark blue, and the reason I didn't get it because it had shimmers in it, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm basically looking for like a flash palette, one that you can do everything with, but those are really expensive. So this is what I had on hand, and you can do this probably with any Halloween makeup. Just mix and match. So anyways, mix and match. What the hell does that even mean? I don't know. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. It is the beginning of Halloween season. I, of course, started mine back in September, so I'm really excited. You all have a great rest of the week, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I will see you all on the flip side. Bye.